Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Steve, a Scottish wild camper, explorer and adventurer. So if this is something you're interested in, then click the subscription button and follow me on my wild adventures around Scotland. So back in May 2023, I set out on a solo bikepacking adventure, wild camping around the North Coast 500, taking 20 days. I was also doing this for charity, the Trussell Trust, who deal with food banks and food poverty. I was raising funds for those that are finding it extremely difficult to feed themselves and their families. The North Coast 500 starts at Inverness and covers over 500 miles of the north coast of Scotland. A fairly new route that reaches some of the most incredible places in Scotland, with breathtaking scenery, views and stunning beaches. This adventure would test me physically and mentally and push me to a new level. I will be alone and will have to deal with whatever the North Coast 500 throws at me. This is the bike I will be doing my adventure on. It's a white 801 mountain bike with Ortlieb bags on the back at 40 litres each and Rhino Walk handlebar bags on the front. The bike itself has been serviced and prepped, ready for this adventure. This was going to be some adventure, for sure. So sit back and let me take you camping on the wild side. Good morning everyone. This is day 13 of my camping adventure for charity. I so needed last night. I had a great sleep and had a great shower this morning. It was just something I so needed. I was absolutely knackered yesterday. It just took a lot out of me, so I've had a lazy morning, couple hours. I did get up 6ish and it was a well needed rest. I've got my breakfast to have just now, and such a lovely place, this Scourie campsite. Friendly, great facilities, can't fault a thing here. Lovely views, the beach, and it's just an amazing place. So I don't think I've got a big journey today, but it's a wild camp later tonight, so I'm just going to have my breakfast and start putting stuff away slowly and just take it easy. Yeah, I did have a bit of a funny stomach this morning, but it seems to have passed and I feel alright. Maybe it's just hunger or something. I was just a wee bit worried. But I'm okay, I'm alright. So I am hungry, so I'm going to get my breakfast and we'll catch up with you soon. It wasn't long before I got the tent down and everything packed away. Having a relaxed morning is great, no rushing, and just generally having a nice morning. With things all ready, I took one last look behind me as I said goodbye to Scourie campsite. It really is a lovely, friendly place to stay. Pushing the bike out of the site, I set off on day 13 of my adventure. Little did I know how tough this day would be.
for Christ's sake. The sweat is literally pouring from my head. That's... what a climb. Oh, what a climb. That is so knackering. I can't even begin to tell you how bad it is. I've probably got about 4 miles to go. 3 mile if that, maybe. It's my wishful thinking. A cracking view though. A cracking view. Oh goodness. Okay everyone, I've actually stopped at the Ghaill hotel and I've just had a lunch, a late lunch I should say, courtesy of my big brother. He surprised me the other day there, telling me that he would put lunch on me if I passed by here, so he done that, and oh my god, absolutely amazing. So I just wanted to say a big thank you to my big brother, Paul. Absolutely just hit the spot. This beautiful setting at the Ghaill Scourie Hotel. It's en route to my wild camp. I have 10 miles or just over to go, but this setting is so peaceful, and that lunch just boosted morale, I think. So again, thanks very much, Paul, and I shall now get on my cycling journey to my wild camping destination. It was only a matter of time until I seen one.
There's a lot of colors, I don't know where to go. See a lot of colors, only feeling blue. There's a lot of colors, lost within a haze. Don't rely on others to get you through the maze. The dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea, cannot take this.
Well, that was a really good little free ride all the way down that hill there. Okay, so what we're looking at here, folks, is just up on the skyline there. Probably about there, I'm not sure if it's very clear or not, but just coming through the gorse is the road where it already came down, and I stopped, and that road takes you to the Ghaill Scourie Hotel that I was just at, and I left the Ghaill Scourie Hotel, came up the road a little bit, turned right, and I'm now on the road to Drumbeg, sorry. So this road is uppy downy. It goes up and down. When you go down, it's brilliant, but when you're climbing the hills, it's definitely hard going. And yeah, I'm burning off this meal for sure. But I seen a sign way back there. So Drumbeg is or was about 9 miles away. So I'm going to probably guess it's about 6 now. 6 or 7 miles. But it's not an easy route. It is up and down, but it's enjoyable, and the woodlands make it totally different. So I've been in open moorland, heather, hills, and now going through a little wood, which is very scenic. So we'll see where this takes us, what scenery we get further on. What am I doing? Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. This is seriously hard. Oh my God. Finally here, finally made it. So I've got to the little village, and I've just came up an old peat track, and it goes on for miles and miles. I've just
Tried to find a nice little bit at the edge of the track here. In, of course, the middle of nowhere. There's just a slight breeze. Nothing here. There was a few sheep, but they've just meandered away. A cuckoo was there, of all things up here. And I'm definitely going to sleep the night. It was a difficult climb, that again. Have I hit that kind of terrain now? Very difficult. Anyway, I'm here and I'm going to get this tent up and just get sorted and get a cup of tea. Listen to the peace and quiet. So that's camp set up. I've sorted sleeping and clothes and food for tonight, so I don't really need to worry about anything actually. What a cracking setting, isn't it? It's kind of like there's very limited places to camp, so that's not too bad a place. Like, just look at the clouds clipping the top of the mountain there. Amazing. But yeah, I've got some water for tonight. I think there was a stream back there which would do for like washing dishes or something, so I might just go back and just double check things. So yeah, I've got to go back that way anyway to get out and carry on tomorrow, but I'm not thinking that far. This is day 13, we're doing well. My meal from my brother, who set a tab up, paid for my lunch, was well needed, because the hills I tackled after it were pretty brutal. It's good to laugh about it now, but it wasn't laughable at the time, I can tell you. It was just about greeting. So I did have to get off the bike a few times. That's the way it goes, it's tough. I mean, tough going. The scenery is absolutely stunning here, and I'll never see it all. I'm not here to see it all. I'm here to pass through it all and do this challenge for myself and for the Trussell Trust. So it's so nice to see, and it just brings it all back that I need to get back up here again at some point and see this beautiful scenery. The mountains are just amazing. So it's probably worth just going for a walk up there and just seeing what's going on. I haven't seen any signs of deer up here yet, so I don't really know what's happening. But anyway, go for a wander and see what we can see. So I've just been sitting here for a while actually, just listening and watching. Apart from the wind, it's very, very quiet, eerily quiet. There's a cuckoo going off at that end, and there was one over the other side. I've seen a raven kicking about the top of the hills there. I've just heard geese somewhere over the back of the hills. couple of normal little birds, but generally just very quiet. It's that quiet that you notice it's very quiet, you know. You're just waiting for something to make a noise, so it breaks the silence. So quiet. I thought up here I would have seen a rabbit or hare or something like that. I've probably seen about a dozen sheep altogether. So they're hill sheep anyway, so they just do what they'll really want. There's not a lot. When I went to walk away along the other end, there was nothing. No signs of anything. Just the wind. Well, hopefully that might make me have a good sleep. Hearing nothing. Probably jump out my skin if I do hear a noise. As if I do. But yes. So, I can tell you about today. Let's talk about today. So, had a relaxing morning. Felt great, had a great shower, and just got myself together. Headed off on my cycle. It's actually okay. And the roads became up and down, as usual, and I don't know if it's just taking its toll on me that I am finding it a bit more difficult. Probably because of the terrain and the steepness of these hills, or the roads I should say. I didn't really have too many, in fact I didn't have any diversion legs to go and take off up and having to come back down. I only really stopped at the hotel for lunch, and that was kind of it. So that's the only thing that didn't make me come here quicker. I think it's taken a lot out of me actually, trying to get to all these little bits and come back down again, and trying to get on to the next campsite or wild camping spot. So I might just, if I've got any more of these, I might just double check what I'm actually doing and how far it is, because it is taking its toll on me after 13 days. So nice to see all these little beaches, but it's actually zapping my energy very quickly. So, but apart from that, when I got to the hotel, which was, some cracking views of beautiful hills and things like that, mountains, from the hotel out to here was probably an actual nightmare. Lovely scenery, yeah, absolutely stunning, but seriously, it's okay when you're going downhill, but every time there's a downhill there's an uphill, and it was seriously heavy going. I was off the bike pushing it, so I'm toiling. But apart from that, when you're nearing the end result to your camping spot, you kind of perk up a little bit. It must be because it's like home time. Anyway, yeah. So that's got to the end, but I've had to walk up. I'm going to say half a mile up this track to find a out the way camping spot. I don't want to bother anybody, but I've ended up in the middle of a moor, or just rugged ground, which looks pretty cool. It's a different setting, and we'll get a different atmosphere and a different vibe in the morning. But yeah, that definitely did zap me. Some cracking little, tiny little villages coming through this way, and yeah, they were beautiful, beautiful scenery up here. I can't fault any of that, and it's so good on a bike because you actually see a so lot more. And even though it takes its toll on you, to be honest, but if you take that out of the equation, that's being on your bike, you do see a lot more, and it's good to just stop and just admire the view. But yes, well, that was my day. So as I said, we've set up camp, and kind of peckish now, so I should go and make some dinner. I think I've got a pasta sauce thing with a little bit of cheese left that I had there, so I'll just cut that up and put it in the pasta once it's cooked. And yeah, some bits of chocolate and so on, but that's for tonight. And still quite a lot of daylight left. Anyway, I'm hungry. Dinner time. Okay, I've had my dinner, had my pasta, grated some cheese in, well, not grated, I've not got that luxury yet. Diced up some bits of the last little bit of cheese I had, flung that in. I've had some chocolate, and I've had some nuts as well, still picking away at them. I'm just going to settle down now. I feel really tired. I've wrote up my diary what I did today. It's been a tiring day, an eventful day again, and this location is very quiet, so fingers crossed for a better sleep. There's a bit of a breeze outside, which is okay. Did have another tick on my foot. Constant. I think we're up to 5 now. So yes, just going to settle down, and tomorrow is, I think it's 56 kilometres, 51 or 56 kilometres, something like that. So it's a pretty heavy day. I'm still continuing on this road out there from Drumbeg, and I'm not sure what it lies ahead of it, but I can only hope that it's not as bad as what I've been on. Yes, so there is a big day tomorrow, so I might try and get away a little bit sharper than I normally do. So I shall say good night. I need my sleep. See you tomorrow for day 14. Wow, day 14. It's quite mad. Anyway, good night, folks. Good morning, folks. Day 14. Well, it was a wee bit breezy last night. I felt like I got a really good sleep, even though it was pretty broken. Not the best ground, but it's actually been alright. And just this moment started to give that fine drizzle of rain on the tent there. So the plan today is, or this morning,
I'm just going to go and I've just had a quick wash. I'm going to just get my breakfast. I've got porridge here, and I'll get a cup of tea, and then I'll pack up everything and just start heading out of here and get on the road. Could do with actually finding a little cafe, but I think it's too early. Little cafe on the way just to top up everything. I've got enough water here now, and probably eventually I've got enough food for tonight, but I could do with getting a shop just to top things up for the next couple of days anyway. But I need my breakfast and a cup of tea. Right, I've had my breakfast, I've had a cup of tea, I've packed just about everything away inside the tent because it's been drizzly, raining, on and off. So I'm going to take this opportunity to take the tent down because it's stopped. Kind of hard to predict when there's another shower because it looks grey all over. But I'll get the tent down, get the bike packed all up, and I'll see you then. Okay, well, tent's down, leave no trace, bike's packed, the band are smiling, bike's still heavy, I'm still smiling, we're all dry, we're all happy, and what a lovely little space to camp in last night. A little bit breezy, but we're all good. So let's get on an adventure for day 14. Come on. Are you coming? This little beach is called Clashnessie. Absolutely gem of a little place. A tiny little village. It's got a little car park at the back of me here where you can go and play on the beach there or have a wander. Absolutely beautiful little place. Well worth a little stop. Have a coffee or a cup of tea and sit on the beach and watch the waves. Good wee place to relax.
This little beach is Clachel Beach. It's a very windy day, I'll tell you. A cracking little beach. There's a campsite just at the back of me here that's got tents and caravans and all sorts. But yeah, it's a stormy morning. I just had a bacon and black pudding roll and a coffee out of Flossie's little store just on the main drag road there, and it was absolutely brilliant. It was just a perfectly placed little cafe, roadside shop, so you can pick up some groceries and things like that as well. So yeah, not a bad little campsite if you were passing by here. This is Clachel. So that's me done a good few miles past Flossie's little store. I've had the wind in my back for quite a while, which is definitely, you can definitely notice things are a little bit easy going. You can feel it pushing up the hill, which is fantastic. Welcome to Achmelvich Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in Scotland. Not like the postcard. A bit windy as well, so hopefully you can hear me. Absolutely stunning water here again. So hard to balance this bike and battle the wind. Absolutely fantastic beach, so clean. Sea's amazing. I know I've not picked the best day for it, but it can't be helped. But on a sunny summer's day, this is just amazing. The road in has got passing places and is a bit windy, but when you come to here, well, it's all worth it, isn't it? I know it's a bit choppy the day, but when it's nice and calm and warm, totally different. This is a little stop I wanted to take and come up, so I've got to go all the way back the same road, but it's just one of these places I have to visit. It's a good touristy spot. There is a campsite there, there's a car park as well that you can come down for the day. There's a little cafe, it's closed now, but there's a little cafe selling takeaway stuff. But yeah, this is just fantastic. Just wish that wind would die down a little bit. Apologies if it's affecting the sound. A great little beach to come to if you're up this neck of the woods. Achmelvich. Easy for some to pronounce. And another one off my bucket list. Oh goodness, there's just died down a second. Well, I've got to go back all the way up to that main road again and rejoin it and get back on track. Well, don't know how far I've got to go, but the rain stopped, the wind's still blustery, but we're getting there. I just need to find a little cafe or a place that I can just stop and have a coffee, another coffee, and just stop, get out the wind and a bit of shelter. But it's not damping my spirits, that's for sure. After seeing a place like this is just amazing. But anyway, it's time to rejoin the adventure and get back onto the road and leave Achmelvich Beach behind and carry on. This little sleepy bay is called Kirkcraig. What a lovely little place to pass through. Nice little village. So I stopped in, I've just come through Loch Bad about an hour and a half ago. I was absolutely soaking. The heavens opened above and I got completely drenched there, so found a little cafe bunkhouse place which done great meals and everything, so it's worth a stop in there. Charged up the phone, it was just about dead, and stayed in there for about an hour. Seems to have sort of brightened up a little bit, thank goodness. It's still a bit breezy, so hopefully you can hear me still. But oh my god, I was absolutely soaking. At least they gave me a towel that I could sit on, so that wasn't too bad. Protect the woodwork. Yeah, thanks to them for giving me a wee towel just to dry myself off a bit. I'm still making my way along this narrow, winding road. So yes, I'm just at the moment, I'm just in Kirkcraig, and I'm still heading. I'm going to be wild camping at the side of the road today, actually, way further on. But I'll get a wee bit more info for later on. I haven't stopped at a shop yet for a restock, but I mean I have got enough food for just now, so I should be okay. But we shall continue on our journey. Okay folks, that's me at my camping spot. Absolutely, I just came out half a mile along the road to this, along the road here, and hit this little beach. Absolutely stunning little spot. The sun's out and it's charging my phone. I was here by this skin of my teeth with my maps. So, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's not raining. And what a view. So I'm going to get my tent up first, just get sorted. It's been one heck of a cycle, and I can sit down and probably do a better video without the wind. And what a view. So I'll get the tent up and I'll catch you later. well needed cup of tea. Well, what a day. I think the map system said it was 51 kilometres, which to some people might not sound a lot, to other people might sound incredible. But this journey wasn't to impress anybody, or it wasn't to outdo anybody, or see if I could do the most miles or kilometres in a day. I think we go out to set goals, and it doesn't matter if your goals are big or small, as long as you feel you've accomplished something, well, that's positive. There was definitely sections on that road cycle that I was pretty low, and it was because I probably wasn't where I wanted to be. I wanted to be here, but I was miles away. So I was just putting myself under too much pressure for just silly things. But it shouldn't have to be like that. This should be enjoyable, and it certainly has been, I'll tell you. I was soaking wet, I felt miserable. I wasn't cold, but it's that moment when you are actually wringing wet that you just want to be somewhere else. It's just a human nature thing. And just getting a wee bit of feed, like a bowl of soup or some chips or a coffee or something, just actually perks you up. And here we go, it's a completely different day. From setting out this morning, which was nice and early and fresh, bit of breeze, to then turning to rain, to getting absolutely soaking, to then this sunshine, still a wee bit of breeze, but all the struggles and all the worries and everything I had today, and but even just being wet, it's all gone. I look back at it as a learning curve anyway. We're probably too critical of what we do and what we say, instead of just living the moment as it is. I don't even know if I'm making sense. I think I need to get up. I'm seizing. Oh, I'm seizing up. So I'm all fed, which was really nice. Using up some of the last bits of food for today. I've got my breakfast for tomorrow morning, and I'm going to just settle down with a cup of hot chocolate and have a sweetie, I think, a Mars bar or something, just before I head to bed. I've got a big day tomorrow, so I'm heading for Ullapool, so it's going to be an early start. So I'm going to try and tidy away as much as I can tonight that I don't need, and just so I can get on the road and get down to Ullapool and do a little bit of shopping there. If there's a coffee shop open on the way down, yeah, I'll pop in. And I'm heading for a beach tomorrow, I think it is.
My battery's low on the phone, so I'm praying for a sunny morning so I can actually use the solar panel to charge it until I hit a coffee shop. It's just sod's law that that's the way it works out. Hopefully the wee battery bank's got some power in it that'll just do something. But anyway, I'm just going to write up my diary, have a cup of hot chocolate and a sweetie, and then call it a night, because I'm really tired. It's been one of these days, and it's been a hard shift going up and down these hills. That's the way it is, I'm not complaining. But anyway, I shall leave it here and wish you a good night. See you in the morning.